Angel Reese says WNBA players could go on strike over salary and benefits.
Career you choose, you should probably look at what the career earnings are of going into that field. What I'll also say is this: every single one of you WNBA players, you better pray that Caitlin Clark doesn't get injured, because she's keeping your league afloat.
If we do not receive the compensation we merit, we will abstain from participation. This is the audacious and, frankly, obviously irrational stance. Angel Reese's actions incited a social media uproar, though not in the manner she likely anticipated. The backlash was swift, but none was more incisive than that of Patrick Bet-David, who not only countered her claims but also deconstructed her argument with meticulous accuracy and a plethora of financial data. Once you comprehend the complete context of this situation, your perception of Angel's outburst will irrevocably change.
The ones coming this year will still be on the rookie contract again. The ones that the year after, they gonna get more. They probably gonna be making more than us. No, they are.
Who's that?
I'm hurt.
They are. Like, yeah. I've been in the meetings. They are.
I need to get in the. I need to get in the field.
You need to come to the meetings.
I gotta get in the meetings because I'm hearing like, yeah, they don't give us. If y'all don't give us what we want, like, we sitting out.
That's a possibility for real.
Here is the arrangement. Reese, the so-called Bayou Barbie who has transitioned to a professional basketball player, is now advocating for WNBA players to abstain from play unless their compensation is increased. It is noteworthy that this player is still acclimating to completing layups without striking the bottom of the backboard, yet she is already threatening to disrupt the league. Patrick's response oscillates between incredulity and amusement, and one cannot fault him for that reaction.
What I love watching? I love watching her highlights of missing shots. She's got to be the worst shooter you've met in your life. But go, Rob, just go. Give this feedback. Give this feedback here. Go for it.
Season 2, I can't wait to work with you some more. The biggest advice I have for you is going to be how you shoot your layups, period.
Layups? Bang! What do you mean? She's our double-double queen! Bang! What they say, if it's broke, don't fix it. Bang! Teaching Angel Reese to make a layup is like teaching an old dog a new trick. It ain't gonna work. Bang! Hey, welcome to McDonald's. What can I get you? Have the Angel Reese McBang!
Let us examine in detail what Angel articulated.
Get paid. Possibility. Reese has been vocal about her low WNBA salary, revealing her $74,000 a year salary doesn't cover rent, stating on Instagram Live, "I just hope you know that the WNBA doesn't pay my bills at all. I don't even think they pay one of my bills. Reese's financial struggles stem from WNBA salary not matching her past earnings, as her NIL valuation at LSU was $1.8 million, bolstered by deals with Reebok, PlayStation, McDonald's, and Coach, while a 4-year rookie deal was $324,000 with $74,000 due next season."
I just hope y'all know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills. Let me do the math real quick.
He might cover that. Yeah, it definitely covers that.
What is I don't even know my salary.
She disclosed that her earnings in her inaugural WNBA season amount to approximately $74,000, which she asserts is insufficient to afford rent in Chicago, particularly for individuals like us. $74,000 sounds like a pretty sweet deal, but Angel, she's acting like she's living in a shack. The irony here, this is the same person who banked nearly $1.8 million at LSU thanks to endorsement deals with Reebok, PlayStation, McDonald's, and a dozen more brands who apparently thought retweeting shade counted as a basketball skill.
Non-basketball sustained her, especially since the WNBA's $200 million revenue last season only allocated 9.3% to salaries, unlike the NBA's 50% share of the $5.3 billion in 2023. Adam, thoughts?
No, my rent is more than that. It's $8,000. I'm living beyond my means.
Now Angel's locked into a 4-year rookie deal totaling about $324,000, roughly $81,000 per year. That's less than 5% of what she made as a college influencer. No wonder she famously said hating pays the bills, because let's be real, her Instagram stories are more profitable than her box scores. At the rate she's throwing bricks, the WNBA needs to charge her for backboard repairs. Caitlin Clark's out here developing the future of women's basketball, while Angel's building a brand off terrible takes and top-tier bricklaying brickwork.
This is the greatest Angel Reese layup you'll ever see. Here we go with the dump up, ba-da-dum-bum-bum. I'm loving it. Burn! Oh, she getting jiggy with it. Look at that, crisscross, zigging-zagging through the lane. Giddy up, yeehaw! Burn! Now, I heard she's ambidextrous. That makes sense, because she's equally doggy-doo-doo with the right and left-handed layup. Bang! Professional basketball player needing to work on her layups is like a fish needing to learn how to breathe underwater. It doesn't make sense! Reese's Puffs! Bang!
Patrick was utterly astonished, not due to Angel's financial difficulties. Given her numerous endorsements, she is likely not experiencing such issues, but rather because of the audacity to request additional funds from a league that, quite frankly, is not profitable. He highlighted the obvious. In the real world, when a business incurs losses year after year, it does not issue raises, it issues layoffs. That's when Adam Snick jumped in with the facts and things really got interesting.
WNBA. And what's her name? Angel Reese. Do it. I fully support your right to strike. So other sports have done it. So other major sports have done it. Here's a quick list for you, PBD. I put this together. Biggest sports strikes in history. 1994, the MLB strike. It was the first time that the World Series was canceled.
I remember.
You remember that? In 1998, the NBA went on strike. They canceled the All-Star game for the first time. The NFL has gone on strike multiple times. 1982, 1987, 2011.
Adam reminded us that while player strikes have occurred in the MLB, NBA, NHL, and NFL, the main distinction is that while those leagues were making billions of dollars when their players left, Angel Reese is acting as though the WNBA is Apple when, in reality, it's more like your cousin's food truck that barely makes a profit while still providing free samples.
Here's the catch when you're going to go on strike. In 1994, MLB, NBA, NFL, what's the number one revenue sport in America? What do you think it is? The NFL. How much do you think they make? $17 billion. The NBA, a little over $11 billion. The MLB, also $11 billion. The NHL, $7 billion.
Patrick didn't mince words when he said that the WNBA is losing about $50 million annually, which is a ticking time bomb. The NFL brings in $17 billion, the NBA and MLB $1 billion apiece, and the WNBA barely scrapes together $150 million and still can't turn a profit. It's like trying to run a luxury spa with 2 patrons and a lemonade stand budget.
Or a alleged $150 to $200 million company. You're operating at a loss every single year. You've never made money. It's called a zombie company. You're subsidized.
Company, you're subsidized. This isn't even a new issue, even though the WNBA has been losing money since its founding in 1997, more than 25 years of broken spreadsheets and red ink. You would think that the hype surrounding Caitlin Clark would finally push them into profitability. However, despite record attendance at arenas, the league is still struggling to stay afloat because of its much wealthier big brother, the NBA.
Question for you, Vinny. Real quick, rapid fire.
Go.
WNBA stats. Here we go. You're a sports guy. How many teams are in the WNBA?
9?
No, 13. How many games do they play?
80?
40.
Damn it.
Who won the championship this year and who played in the finals?
The Florida Magics.
No, the New York Liberty beat the Minnesota Lynx.
Who?
Who exactly?
Part of the problem is scale. The WNBA only has 12 teams, each of which plays 40 games a season. The Golden State Valkyries will join the league in 2025, but even with that, the NBA's 30 teams and 82-game schedule is still far superior. It's simple maths, unless you're Angel Reese or Dee Carrington, apparently.
She was unanimous. She got all the votes.
Dylan Mulvaney.
Yes.
Yes.
Aja Wilson.
Oh.
You just failed the test,
I'm
buddy.
sorry.
WNBA's coming.
And the income sharing. NBA players get 50% of the league's earnings. The NBA players get just 99.3%. Sounds unfair until you realize that even with that small cut, the league still loses money. There just isn't enough revenue to go around. And let's not even start on the attendance gap between Caitlin Clark's Fever games and, well, anyone else's, including Angel's. Spoiler alert, the seats are a lot more empty where she plays.
Yes, it is unrivaled. It is also unwatched. Look, let's be honest. We can sugarcoat it all you want, but if you don't have Caitlin Clark playing women's basketball, or if you're not the NCAA tournament playing women's basketball, you got nothing. Zero, zip, nothing.
I'm not huge on comparing the WNBA and the NBA. I don't really think that's fair. Obviously, I think where the WNBA is right now is pretty incredible. I think lot of people, or most people, would not believe it's in the place that it is right now. So I think when people always ask me this question, like, where I think it'll be in 5 years, is like, it's hard for me to answer because people didn't even think we'd be right here, right now. And I think really sky's the limit. I think when you see, our TV numbers when we're on, national television, we're averaging over 1 million viewers or whatever it is. The All-Star game, I think, was over 4 million viewers. Like, it's just really great numbers. So the more opportunities we're given, I think the more it's going to shine and get better and better. I think also the talent level in college is continuing to get a lot better, and as those players come into the league, and it's going to continue to improve. We're adding 2 new teams next year, and then probably another team year after that.
Some more games.
Yeah, more games, which I think will be good. It'll lengthen the season a little bit more.
To make matters juicier, there's rising hostility between the WNBA and NBA stars. Remember the confrontation between Lisa Leslie and Draymond Green? Draymond dared to imply WNBA players need to grow the game before asking for bigger checks. Cue the fury. But maybe, just maybe, he had a point. There's a viral film of Draymond Green basically lecturing one of the greatest players in NBA history, WNBA history, I think it's Lisa Leslie. Lisa Leslie stirred up the pot recently by saying that NBA players could step in and improve WNBA salaries by maybe skipping a night at the casino.
Viral clip of Draymond Green basically lecturing one of the greatest players in NBA history, WNBA history. I think it's Lisa.
Now that might have sounded like a joke to her, but it didn't sit well with Draymond Green, who clapped back with full intensity. He wasn't having it. According to Draymond, no one in the country supports the WNBA more than NBA players, and to imply otherwise, that's just ungrateful. His passionate rebuttal showed just how tense this relationship between the two leagues has become.
To the NBA, but I do feel like the pay gap would be something that, we could just take a donation around the NBA, maybe one night y'all don't go to the casino.
However, as this back and forth drama unfolds, an unexpected figure emerges as the league's saving grace, Kay Clark. The WNBA has seen a massive surge in fan attention, with 2.3 million fans crammed into arenas, a 48% increase from the previous season, and Caitlyn herself is driving this fan frenzy. Oddly though, some veteran players are acting like she's the villain, and instead of uniting behind the woman and dragging the league into the mainstream spotlight, some veteran players are acting like Angel might want to hold off on asking for raises until she can consistently make a layup in traffic slash.
I have something on this though, because it pisses me off. It pisses me off because I don't think there's anyone in America that supports the WNBA more than NBA players.
100%.
The NBA players support the WNBA like
the most.
More than we probably support the NBA.
Patrick brought the heat with a hilarious yet sobering reality check. Patrick, who never backs down from a mic drop, asked ChatGPT a savage question. Do the NBA players get paid even if they sit out? The answer was obviously yes. And why is that? Because the NBA keeps bailing them out like a parent who can't stop funding their kids' garage band. The WNBA lost $40 million last year, and you guessed it, an additional $40 million the year before that.
What they need, and by the way, maybe they should play hard, but not flagrant foul. Caitlin Clark, who can be, the face of the league. They may not like it's the face of the league. There may be professional jealousies among players, but maybe at face of the league can help things go and get merch, people in seats, and a better TV contract. They're getting a TV contract improvement for the 26th season next year.
And let's face it, if WNBA players actually go through with that strike Angel Reese was threatening, the NBA might not be furious. In fact, they'd probably throw a party, less payroll to cover less PR drama to manage, and a holiday from the annual financial hemorrhage. Sounds like a win-win. The NBA's been lugging the WNBA like a toddler in a backpack for over 2 decades, and just when that bag starts feeling extra heavy, in walks Caitlin Clark with the energy of 1,000 Red Bulls and the skill set of a generational talent. Here's where it gets even messier. NBA players already support the WNBA financially, and now with Caitlin Clark bringing levels of attention that has never seen before, it should be smooth sailing, but nope.
Watch this here. To address the financial situation, I ask, the WNBA is, Rob, if you go up and ask the other question as well, ask Is it true that the WNBA makes money when they don't play? Is it true that the WNBA makes money when they don't play? Ask that question.
What does that mean?
Yes. In a way, the WNBA has historically lost money and receives financial support from the NBA, which means that the WNBA games are not played. The league can actually save money by avoiding operating costs. Did you guys understand what happened? Right there?
Yeah.
So WNBA makes money when so if they go on a strike, the NBA is like, awesome.
Tom from Valuetainment brought the cold hard fact that no one wanted to speak out loud. The NBA treats the WNBA like a write-off. Literally, it's not a business, it's a PR move away for the league to say, look, we promote women's sports, while continuing to foot the bill that pie. Angel Reese keeps wanting a bigger slice of it. Doesn't exist. There is no pie, only crumbs, and the NBA is already spreading those thin. But wait, there's a silver lining.
Number that came up, which is their argument, which you have to kind of defend the argument that they're making. WNBA's attendance had a record-breaking high in 20 years with a total of 2.3 million fans attending games. And if the contract on the back end, the revenue, NBA gets 50+% to players, they do 9.3. There's an argument for it to be played. But you're right. If Caitlin Clark gets injured, it's
the minute they are a profitable league, the players should do what baseball players and everybody else have done, is saying, sorry, owners, you're making an awful lot of profit there. I think you should move us from 33 to 40% of total revenue. And that's the way it's worked in the leagues. But step one, there's got to be profit to...
Let's bring it all home. The OneBuzz financial reality isn't only tough, it's dependent. For years, the NBA has funneled in around 10 to 12 million annually just to keep the league from collapsing. That's not charity, it's life support. Now picture Angel Reese and company walking out in protest over salary. You think that scared the NBA? Try again. They'd probably blast champagne knowing they just saved millions in subsidies. But here's where the story may alter. Commissioner Kathy Engelbert is pushing for a future where the WNBA can finally stand on its own, powered by savvy brand deals and rising media attention, not constant bailouts. And guess who's holding the key? Caitlin Clark, the one driving fan interest and ticket sales like never before. The route forward is obvious. Lean into what's working. Embrace the stars fans are lining up to see, and build a league that doesn't need saving, because if the WNBA doesn't evolve fast, it might not get another shot. And clearly Angel Reese is not helping. Do you agree? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next one.